How's possible is Scottie Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. Scottie Barnes is gonna be all-star. He's gonna be the face of this league.
Happy New Year to everybody. Do you remember that clip that went viral? I do. It was around this time last year, roughly early in the new year. Darko starts going off on the referees because Scottie Barnes, he believes, is not getting enough calls, and he goes on to say that he's going to be the superstar face of the league. It was incredible for him to say that because Scottie wasn't even an all-star at that time, and he wasn't in the discussions with the Jason Tatums and the new crop of guys who are now leading the league. And I'm going to get into all of that in a minute because I really hope I end up being wrong about the conclusion of what I feel is going on. But first, let's take this real slow. So the Toronto Raptors are 7-26 as I make this video. They have the second worst record in the NBA, only behind the Washington Wizards. They're on an 11-game losing streak right now. Recently, they just lost to the Boston Celtics by over 50-plus points. Masai has came out and said that this is a rebuild situation already. And you can see, based on some of the players that they have out on the court, a lot of these guys I saw in Summer League, players who were just trying to make their name and establish themselves, period, in the league. Basically, I knew this team wasn't going to be good. I wasn't expecting Scottie Barnes himself to lead the whole team to a winning record and get them into the playoffs. However, individually, in his own growth and development, which is important, a part of this whole rebuilding process that Masai is going through, I was expecting a larger leap from Scottie Barnes this year. And it's not that he's playing bad, don't get me wrong. The numbers that he's putting up are all-star level statistics. But I'm judging off the scales of a superstar being the face of the league, as Darko said, their head coach, obviously. And that's what I'm not seeing, especially when I actually watch the game. See, it's a lot more than just even the statistics. Coming out of college, the only weakness I saw in Scottie Barnes' game was his shooting. Outside of that, he pretty much did everything, at least on a decent level. Defense, playmaking, ball handling, driving, getting to the rim, even finishing around the basket with his back turned a little bit. It just seemed like he had a complete game where at the very, very worst, his floor was a Draymond Green. That's what I thought. And then in his rookie season, I saw flashes of maybe a Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Banton once again defensively. Running the floor. Rosters have to be set on Monday. 27 to go here. Barnes crossover. Right at Giannis.
Those were the plays that got me excited about Scottie Barnes, especially that very first one that you saw. It was in his rookie year. He takes the ball no more than 3 dribbles all the way down to the court for a dunk. His rookie year as well, the Raptors won 48 games. They made the playoffs. He's still playing behind Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent's in the lineup as well. There's a lot of shooting and ball handling going on. Despite that, as a rookie, he gets Rookie of the Year, averaging about 15.7 rebounds. It looks promising. Like, wow, you have this young guy and all he needs is the keys, the opportunity to the team, and he's gonna blossom, right? Let's continue. His sophomore year wasn't any better than his first one, in my opinion. It was really like a continuation at best. I attributed that to the Raptors taking a little bit too much time to actually clear the roster out. With all due respect to Fred VanVleet and Siakam, I just thought, look, it's a new direction, new day and time. You gotta, again, give him that opportunity to really blossom. That's what I thought at first. But there was a few things that concerned me as I was watching. And what I noticed is that in games when he clearly had that chance to take over, if Siakam wasn't playing, if Fred VanVleet wasn't there, Gary Trent was out of the lineup, I didn't see those moments where he clearly said, oh, now I get to really show you how great I am. It just seemed like he did the same thing again, a cool 15, 16 points, a few rebounds, a few assists. But there wasn't a lot of those takeover games that I wanted. But again, it's a sophomore year. I'm thinking, okay, he's still growing. His third year was the jump that I was waiting for, where I said, whoa, this looks like a superstar in the making. His numbers all across the board are up. It got to the point where Masai now had to say, all right, we got to trade OG. We got to trade Siakam. Let's build this from the scratch. Scottie Barnes is who we're going with moving forward. And this was the year Fred VanVleet left to the Houston Rockets. It gave Scottie Barnes even more of an opportunity to ball handle and play point guard as opposed to just playing off the ball. Put a pin in that. I'm going to get back to that point. But moving along, the Raptors, they trade Siakam, they trade OG Anunoby, And the concerns that I had in the second year started popping up a little bit again, because now I'm seeing RJ Barrett play with such an intensity and passion. Is making me think, hold on, Scottie, like, you can't just take a backseat. There's moments where I'm watching and I'm expecting him to be the guy who steps up, and it looks like he's playing behind Emmanuel quickly and RJ a little bit. And that's when it really hit me. This is who Scottie Barnes is. He's a very unselfish player, and he doesn't mind deferring to other guys if they think they're hot. Fundamentally speaking, from a basketball purist perspective, that's not a bad thing at all. That's how you would want to coach your players. But Scottie is the one who's supposed to be the superstar face of the league. If you don't believe me, I can back up my opinion and show you the stats right now. Scottie's averaging about 16 shot attempts per game. RJ Barrett is averaging about 18. Again, I know that you had the injuries and there's moments where RJ gets to go off a lot more because Scottie's not playing, vice versa. The fact that Scottie is only averaging 16 shot attempts per game is still alarming.
What are you seeing in how he's growing?
He's probably the most unselfish superstar I've probably ever seen. So I think that's just, it's great because it just kind of sets the tone for everybody else. You know, I mean, he plays defense, plays amazing defense, so he does that, and then he shares the ball on offense, so it kind of sets us up for success.
When Scottie Barnes was put at the point guard position or just allowed to dribble a lot more, play make, I thought that was the perfect fit for him. In college and even clips throughout high school, he didn't do a lot of off-ball kind of watching, standing around, seeing what's going on. And a lot of times that's what it looked like when he didn't have the ball in his hands. And he doesn't shoot well enough to even play off the ball that much unless he really changed his philosophy, mindset, and just attacked aggressively every single time. But I just thought him being the playmaker would bring out the best in him, even beyond what he's doing right now. This is the main point that I really want to hit home with. The Raptors being a bad team record-wise as it is, Scottie should be doing way more, period. Especially with the injuries that they have going on. The fact that he still looks like what he's doing the year before or just maybe a little bit above it. I don't see the trajectory showing, oh no, I'm here to take over. This team is this bad. Well, I'm going to show you how great I am. Even on a team that's not doing good, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing everything and more to fulfill the requirements of a superstar and somebody becoming the face of the league. It just looks like more of the same of what I've already saw from him. And that's the main concern I would have, which is why I'm thinking he'll be an all-star level player, no doubt. If we're talking about him being in the conversation with Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, those are the players that I thought he would eventually make his way into. That doesn't seem like it's going to happen, right? It looks like the Raptors have another guy, and when I say this, I mean in terms of the level of their talent, what they could become. It looks like a Siakam, DeMar DeRozan situation. Not that his game is like theirs. Let me be clear, because I know some people are going to say, yo, he plays way different. I understand that. I'm talking about the skill level, right? Siakam, DeMar DeRozan, really, really good players. No one has them in MVP discussions, though, and that's what I'm trying to say. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you believe in Scottie Barnes? Is it too early? Yes, he's in his 4th year. He still has time. I'm just saying, based off what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like he's going to be that level that I'm trying to really convey here. But you can let me know in the comment section, all right? And as always, salute for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.